How's it going? It's like the 3rd of February of 2019. It's like 6:30 or something at night. It's dark. What happened was I'm doing my vlog super late today because what happened was this morning I did my vlog and then I was kind of laying there fixing to go to sleep, kind of doing a little bit of work, I guess, and then my fiance calls and she's like, "Dude, there ain't no sound in your video that you just uploaded." So I was like, "Oh no." I thought there wouldn't be a sound problem because before there was a sound problem when I try to record and I forget to turn off my wireless earphones because then it uses the wireless earphones mic, which is really bad sound because it's like sitting some off. So, but I don't use those really anymore because I got my Apple AirPods and I thought that all I have to do is take the Apple AirPods out and it disconnects them. But apparently I took them out and it didn't disconnect the mic or something, and that's why there was no sound. So, or like really bad sound. So hopefully there's sound today on this one. So I was going to do the video again, but then I just crashed, and so slept all day, and so here I am. Because I was up until like noon. Like my schedule is starting to creep towards the creep forward and forward and forward, and then eventually I'll become diurnal, and that'll stick for a little bit, and then I'll become nocturnal again. I think humans are I think the Earth used to, the days of the Earth used to be like twice as long or something. 50% longer. Okay, so that's what it feels like with your schedule. So, yeah, so yesterday, I was just pounding a bunch of new books onto my website. Yeah, my history page, my education page on my website, if you go down to the books, the history book section, kind of works as a timeline. It shows all the books, in the Greco-Roman world in temporal sequential order. Well, not yet. It is with the writers, but then I'm going to have it with their books as well because they know the order that they wrote a lot of their books. So I'll put it in the order that they wrote it, I think. And I also did a little bit of work on my Theater of Marcellus, but barely any. I just extended the seats all the way to the end, and I never got around to counting how many seats we have. So right now, on that, I kind of got stuck, abandoning it, and I was going on these books because the books that I've been popping in for the last few days are super straightforward, And when something's super straightforward, it's super like easy to do and addictive. So I just do it without even thinking because I like to do work that I don't have to think. Because yesterday I was listening to Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire all day. I started it with the first book, and I went through the first book, and now I'm on the second book, and so I like to listen to it that way in sequence. Oh, I don't think you can listen to that book too much, because I'm trying to memorize what happened with Rome. Yeah, that's what I'm up to. This morning at like 5, I went into the store and got a bunch of fruit juice and an energy drink, and that kept me going, the energy drink, awake for a little bit, and then I fell asleep. And I haven't had anything to eat since then. I got up with a stomachache. I don't have one now, though. So I'm going to go and work a little bit now. When I get hungry, I just get up really quickly, and I'll just pound like cans of vegetables or whatever and come back. Because, yeah, I slept, and I'm ready to go. Ready to work, all night long and all day probably tomorrow is what it's looking like because I got up so late. Ooh, 4:20. Okay, later.